Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthayo Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunya Bhare Parsacharya Satarine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihare Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihare Gopichana Vallabha Girivaradhare Gopichana Vallabha Girivaradhare Gopichana Vallabha Girivaradhari Asaranandana Brajajana Ranjana Yasoranandana Brajajana Ranjana Anana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Banachare Vanachare Yamuna Tira Vanachare Yamuna Tira Vanachare Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihare Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihare Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Garoda Shiva Sare Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Garoda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna. So in a rush this morning, I forgot my glasses. I hope I can make it with this one. This is the last year class. Okay, let's see. All right. Thank you for allowing me to talk this morning. So the Bhagavatam class will be from fourth canto, chapter 24 and verse 59. And the title for the chapter is "The Chanting is a Song by Lord." Song sang by Lord Shiva, chanting the song by Lord Shiva. So we're still on this chapter. It's a beautiful chapter. It seems like this chapter is not ending. Let me tell you that. And it's this for a good reason, because we have this misconception about Lord Shiva. Misunderstanding, misconception, underestimating Lord Shiva in many ways. Many ways. I have experience of that. I have many ways. You're forgetting the position of Lord Shiva. We tend to become fanatical about Lord Krishna, Lakshmi Narayan, Sitaram, and just be a little bit neglectful regarding Lord Shiva. Not a little bit, lot. So maybe in passing, I just probably will speak about that a few minutes, but after we handle this verse for this morning. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Nayasya chidam bahir artha vibhraman. Nayasya chidam bahir artha vibhramam. Tamo guhayam cha visudha avisad. Tamo guhayam cha visudham avisad. Yad bhakti yoga anugrihitam agyasa. Yad bhakti yoga anugrihitam agyasa. Murir nischaste nanu tatra te gatim. Munir vichaste nanu tatra te gatim. Nayasya chidam bahirata vibраmanam. Tamo guhayam cha visudham abhisat. Yad bhakti yoga nugrihitam agyasa. Munir vichaste nanu tatra te gatim. Na, never. Yasya, whose. Chitam, heart. Bahi, external. Artha, interest. Vibramam, bewildered. Tamaha, darkness. Guhayam, in the whole. Cha, also. Visudham, purified. Avisat, entered. Yat, that. Bhakti yoga, devotional service. Anugrihitam, being favored by. Agyasa, happiness. Happily. Munihi, the thoughtful. vikaste, sees, nanu, however, tatra, there, te, your, gatim, activities. Translation provided by Srila Prabhupada. Gita. The devotee whose heart has been completely cleansed by the process of devotional service and who is favored by Bhakti Devi does not become bewildered by the external energy, which is just like a dark well. Being completely cleansed of all material contamination in this way, a devotee is able to understand very happily your name, fame, form, activities, etc. Purport by the Divine Srila Prabhupada. As stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 3.25.25, Satatam prasangan mama virya samvido bhavanti ritikarna risayanaha kataha tat josanab ashu apavarga varthmani shraddha ratir bhaktir anukra mishyati. Simply by the association of pure devotees, one can understand the transcendental name, fame, quality, and activities of the Supreme Person of Godhead. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has repeatedly said, famous one, Sadhu Sangha Sarva Satra Kaya Lava Matra Sadhu Sange Sarva Siddhi Haya. Sri Chaitanya Chaitamrita Madhya Lila 22.54. Simply by associating with the pure devotee, one becomes wonderfully advanced in Krishna consciousness. Sadhu Sangha or association with the devotee means always engaging in Krishna consciousness by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And by acting for Krishna, specifically chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra purifies one, and this chanting is therefore recommended by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Cheturda Param Marjanam. By chanting the names of Krishna, the mirror of the heart is cleansed, and the devotee loses interest in everything external. When one is influenced by the external energy of the Lord, his heart is impure. When one's heart is not pure, he cannot see how things are related to the Supreme Person of Godhead. Idam hi visvam bhagavan ive taraha. Bhagavatam 1.5.20. He whose heart is purified can see that the whole cosmic manifestation is but the Supreme Person of Godhead, but he whose heart is contaminated sees things differently. Therefore, by satsanga or association with devotees, one becomes perfectly pure in heart. One who is pure in heart is never attracted by the external energy which urges the individual soul to try to dominate material nature. The pure heart of a devotee is never disturbed when he executes devotional service in the form of hearing, chanting, remembering, etc. In all, there are 9 processes one can follow in the execution of devotional service. In any case, a pure-hearted devotee is never disturbed. The Bhakti Yoga process must be carried out by avoiding the 10 offenses one can commit while chanting the Maha Mantra, and the 64 offenses one can commit while worshipping the deity. When a devotee strictly follows the rules and regulations, Bhakti Devi becomes very much satisfied with him, and at that time he is never disturbed by anything external. A devotee is called a Muni. The word Muni means thoughtful. A devotee is as thoughtful as a non-devotee is speculative. The non-devotee's speculation is impure, but the devotee's thought are pure. Lord Kapila and Sukadev Goswami are also Muni, and Vyasadeva is addressed as Mahamuni. A devotee is addressed as Muni or thoughtful when he purely understands the Supreme Person of Godhead. The conclusion is that when one's heart is purified by the association of devotees and by the avoidance of the offenses committed when chanting and worshiping the Lord, the transcendental name, form, and activities of the Lord are revealed by the Lord. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnanandjana Shalakya Chakshu Unminitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruvei Namaha. Krishnai Kacheta Madabon Havinachakarim Mudasawur Prabhupada Swami Dasabidi Parivudi Mandabudim Sanchintayami Charano Tava Bhakti Hetu. So the verse again. Nayasya Chitam Bahir Artha Vibramam Tamo Guhayam Cha Visudham Avisat Yad Bhakti Yoga Nu Grihitam Agyasa Murir Vichastina Nu Tatrate Gatim. Translation: the devotee whose heart has thus completely cleansed by the process of devotional service and who is favored by Bhakti Devi does not become bewildered by the external energy, which is just like a dark well. Being completely cleansed of all material contamination in the way, a devotee is able to understand very happily your name, fame, form, activities, etc. Vanchakalpatarubhyasya kipasindubhaya vacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna. There's one verse, there are many verses. It's good to learn when we preach, and first of all, for ourselves, to understand the philosophy that all the verses, Prabhupada put all the Sanskrit verses, every time Srila Prabhupada quotes verse in his book, he has to quote verses, and then that for reference that Srila Prabhupada never speculate, he write to quote from the Shastra. Shruti Smriti Puranadi Pancharatika Vinivida Aikanti Hare Bhakti Utpataya Kalvate. So all our knowledge come from two sources, Shruti and Smriti. I've been heard or spoken. And Pancharatika Vinivida Aikanti Hare Bhakti Utpataya. Utpataya means trouble, disturbance in a society. If anyone fabricates any type of religion or dharma or occupation by mental concoction, it just creates disturbance in a society. So that's why Srila Prabhupada established ISKCON Society, and he called it International Society for Krishna Consciousness, that one must put the Lord in the center of everything. So the society was called the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. You know the story, why not God consciousness, why Krishna consciousness? That's another discussion. But among all the names of the Lord, that befit the Supreme Person of the Godhead is Krishna, one who एक व्यक्ति जो आप सबको आकर्षित करने वाला, the person who can attract anyone. The Lord is most attractive. The Lord is not an old man with a beard and mustache. He is always fresh and never get old. Sachit Ananda Vigraha. His form is Sachit Ananda Vigraha. So Srila Prabhupada created ISKCON Society for many reasons, but there are the few reasons that Srila Prabhupada established, and top of the list is to give association. So society is created so many centers to give association of devotees to everyone. So wherever you go, you visit the society, the temple, ISKCON societies, you take advantage of association of devotees. Otherwise, if you don't take association of devotees, I was talking to Maharaj earlier this morning, that we shouldn't be like like pigeons you see in other places, that you go inside a temple and do your business and fly out. So it shouldn't be like that. Srila Prabhupada said, anyone who comes to the temple or society must take advantage of the Sadhu Sangha, association of devotees. So this society is meant to create brahmanas, and not for other reasons. I've said that many times in other classes of mine, that this society been established to give association, also to create, like I said, many reasons, to create brahmanas, intellectuals. Intellectual in a sense, not academic, but the basic understanding one should have that Jivara Sarupahaya Krishna Nitaradas, otherwise Mama Evam Sujivaloke Bhuta Sanatana. And that we are not fragmented part of Krishna, of God. We are part of God, and our position is to be always connected to the whole, which is who is the Supreme Personality of God Himself. Last time I said that the spark of a fire, if the sparks want to separate from the fire, the sparks will die off. You will eventually die. So the spark, as long as the sparks stay in the fire, it will keep burning. So the same way, our position is to be in association of the Lord with His devotees, and at the same time glorify the Lord, who is the supreme enjoyer. Bhaktara yagayatapasam sarva loke mahesaram suritam sarva bhutana. So that He is a param bhakta, the supreme enjoyer is the Lord. And if anyone who fails to understand that, that's why the Prabhupada said that the peace formula is Bhaktara tapasam. One understand that the Lord, the Supreme Lord, is the owner, Param Bhakta, supreme enjoyer, and supreme controller, and He is the owner of everything. He is the only Purusha, and we are all Prakriti. Ekala Iswara Hai or Sabha Bhritya. We are all, there is only one Iswar, Supreme Person of God. You can call that Supreme Person of God, that Krishna, Allah, Jehovah, you can call them different names, but the Supreme Person of Godhead is one, and it is known as with many names. So I'll come to the point that Srila Prabhupada created ISKCON to create brahmanas, intellectuals, that one devotee should have a basic understanding that you are not this body, you are a spirit soul. So there was one, gave one class, it was an exam, a test of this. Bhagavatam, I quoted that verse about, all this verse about the one sees with the equal vision, with the virtue of true knowledge. That's okay. This is so fresh in my head, this verse. Vidya Vinaya Sampane Brahmene Gavi Hastini Suni Chaiva Sapakecha Pandita Samandarsana. So this verse describes that a Brahmana with the virtue of pure knowledge, he sees the equal vision. Brahmana, Gavi, a cow, Hastini, an elephant, Sunita Pakecha, and so even a dog, and even a low class, people always speak on a low class, a dog eater, a person can eat, we call a dog eater, a Malacha, is a low class, a devotee, situated on a higher platform, he sees with the equal vision. Doesn't matter of the coverage. This Bhagavad Gita explained this coverage as a vehicle or a field. Sometimes it's Chektara, means a field, or Yantra. So as I say, sometimes described as a vehicle, and you are the driver. And sometimes it described as a Chektara, with a field, and you are the knower of the field. You are the gardener. So becoming a gardener, we speak about Bhakti Lata Bij, the seed. You have to be an expert gardener to grow the seed of Bhakti Lata Bij in a way that it doesn't get disturbed or damaged, or when young sprouts of this from the seed, it just come out, it's very young. If heavy rains, wind blows, Another one, monkeys. My yard got a lot of monkeys. When they come like 30 at a time. So it's hard to cultivate anything. So that Bhakti Lata Bij is so tender that if you don't protect, you will get damaged. It's like you're releasing a... Mahaprabhu explained that as Hati Mata offense with his offenses towards Vaishnavas is destroyed that Bhakti Lata. The elephant, if you let an elephant loose in your beautiful flower garden, what will happen? Nothing will be left. It's like you can't salvage anything. When after the elephant is done with the yard, you have nothing left to really salvage, And then Bhakti Lata Bij is, so how I'm talking about the association of devotees, that Bhakti Lata Bij, we have land, we still got and we cultivate. My parents, we had cows as well, we had bulls, so those are beautiful. I can relate so nicely that, and then I remember my mom would plant the seed, and then you had these young sprouts coming, and then she will put sticks around branches. You experience that, right? Even at home you do that. Put branches. I would say, but that at that time I said that I was like, it was something out of the ordinary. Why people do that, and I couldn't understand. But the reason my mom explained that actually I'm protecting that young plants. But I've seen when it grows at a height, I don't need to put that after that. You're protecting. Especially marigolds, flower, when you grow, it's very tender, and then easily can damage. So this way, we can explain that, that barricades or the surrounding or protection that you're putting is a devotee association. That's a devotee association. So you may think that you go in seclusion. A devotee said, no, I go in seclusion. I know philosophy. I'm chanting, I'm reading, like Srila Prabhupada said, I read my books. I go in a room, I by heart the whole books, and I go, I like a big pandit, I go speak about those philosophy, but I go in seclusion because I am too good to be around you, I am there and you're there. So I go in seclusion. When one goes in seclusion, what happened? When the lion attacks, the animals, so like the stags or deer or any, the prey, and then which one the lion catch the first? Which one the lion will go first, Prabhu? The one separating from the pack. So you want to be that animal? Do you want to be that one to be away from the pack and get attacked by Maya? So you're safe to be in association of devotees. So Srila Prabhupada said a temple is meant for association of devotees, but it's not meant for crazies and lazies. So it's not meant for crazies and lazies, but it's meant for a place to cultivate your bhakti, your devotional life. And then you cultivate your devotional life. And then greedy is not, lolium is not good. If somebody say, don't be greedy, it's not a good quality. But you can be greedy for service. A devotee can be greedy for service, they're greedy for association, greedy for Maha, Prasad. And then even that more elevated, more things like more valuable than even Mahaprasad is the mercy of the Vaishnava, which is Mahaprasad. So Mahaprasad is that remnants. We eat remnants every day, we call prasad. And then the Mahaprasad which is left by the Vaishnavas. So we association of devotee, I was speaking about, this is a beautiful verse, 3.25.25. Lord Kapila Devi, quote this verse, and he explains that that house is beautiful. I like to read that verse again. If I can find my glasses. Hare Krishna. Probably the verse. Okay, very good. The verse again. Yeah? The translation. Simply by the association of pure devotees, one can understand transcendental name, fame, qualities, activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It's amazing. There's a song I started singing this morning. All right. I think Prabhu put it somewhere. Prabhu, you put my song somewhere? Okay. And in here? Yeah, okay. There we go. So, sorry about that. This song is written by Narottam Das Thakur. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna. I remember when I stayed in the temple about 9 years, almost 10 years as a brahmachari. So we would sing these songs. We'll have these songs, especially on Sunday. On Sundays, we start program early, and we have 2-3 hours of bhajan, not get the bhajan, and then we sing the song by the acharyas, by the Vaishnavas. And this song is full of philosophies. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, all his song is full of philosophy. You only sing his song and read the translation. You see that the song are preaching to you. And Narottam Das Thakur also, his songs is all about Vaishnavas. Narottam Das Thakur, he write this song. You see, Narottam Das Thakur, he never meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. But for the person to write song like that, and then he never meet them. But the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Mahaprabhu do mention that there will be a Vaishnava will come soon. And he will, it's an explosion of bhakti is going to be. And Narottam Das Thakur, he was as good as a prince in his previous life. He was as good as a prince. The way he was taken care, his father was a king. Narottam Das Thakur, when he was born, there was a prediction that never allow him to leave the house. Never allow him to leave the house. Even worse, never allow him to touch the river Ganges. Never allow him. It's the day he will leave and touch the Ganges, the water, the holy water, he will never come back. Not drown. He will never come back home. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, before they left, they deposited all their love for Bhagavan Sri Krishna, because Mahaprabhu has Chanavatar in a garb of a devotee, Supreme Personality of God, they come as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So much of love for Sri Krishna, they deposit all their love in the river Ganges. He said, and address Ganges, please keep it safe, keep that safe. There will be a devotee, just keep it safe when he comes and give it to him. So he was, there's a devotee named Chaitanya Das Prabhu. Chaitanya Das Prabhu from Calcutta. He was giving this lecture about Narottam Das Thakur, explaining that he was God, people with him all the time. He was not allowed to go. But every time he will leave home, they will catch him and bring him back. But one day when he left, he happened to go and touch, I'm just going to speed the story. He happened to touch his foot. As soon as he just touched that, not even get inside the Ganges, the water really wet him fully. As soon as he came in contact, it was like a current. And he actually fainted there. He fainted there, and his body like you say, all the symptoms of all this ecstatic love, there's the spiritual body has no bones. It's just Sachit Ananda. And it's like his body, you say he described how his body became like a pumpkin. Chanandas Prabhu was saying that he was all merged because of so much of ecstatic love that he got that within that second, and he was like, his body was, you couldn't figure out which part is the head, which part is the arm. It was so much of love that he actually absorbed that. Narottam Das Thakur, when he left, and he actually, when they found him, and then Chaitanya Das Prabhu was saying, they didn't say when they found him, they said when they found it, because not him anymore, because he was so compact, you can say that, and then they had to carry him like that and bring him home again, and he escaped again and gone. When he left at a very young age, when he left, we went straight to Vrindavan. He went straight to Vrindavan. When he reached Vrindavan, actually he fainted. He fainted when he touched the holy land. And there, when he regained his consciousness, and the first devotee he saw, he was Jiva Goswami. And Jiva Goswami at that time, he was the head of he became the head. Jiva Goswami was the youngest among all the 6 Goswami, but he became the Acharya, the head of the propagating the holy name of the Lord, and he was the head of the Vaishnava cult that time. And then he touched him and picked him up, and then told him, "You are actually." He said, "No, I want to go to Vrindavan." He said, "You are in Vrindavan." Jiva Goswami. Then Jiva Goswami decided that he has to take initiation. Now, I'm happy now that other thanks Maharaj to put me in that team of the initiation committee officially. That this is my mood. I like devotees to be encouraged and trained, and then to take initiation. Jiva Goswami's mood was, we have to really initiate you. You have to take Diksha. And who to better to initiate you? He had this Acharya in mind. Then he called Lokanath Goswami Maharaj. Lokanath Goswami Maharaj to come and initiate him. Lokanath Goswami Maharaj was so humble, he refused. He said no. But he was, out of respect of Jiva Goswami, he had to initiate. But he didn't so easily initiate him. He had to, I think it took about a year or so. And Narottam Das Thakur had to do some menial service for him. When he go into his business, and he had to go clean this place and every time, for a year, almost a year. And Lokanath Goswami initiated him. And then, imagine, Jiva Goswami, he made his chanting beads. Jiva Goswami made his chanting beads. He threaded his chanting beads and gave Jiva Goswami, you have no excuse. You have to initiate him and give him these beads. Srila Narottam Das Thakur. So why I'm telling the story? Because this song that sang, I will tell you, the stanza number 7. When you sing Hare Haraya Nama Krishna, we come halfway and we don't sing because it's a bit complicated. So devotee leave that half part of the Hare Haraya Nama Krishna Kirtan because it's go like a Tandera Charana Sebi Bhakta Sane Baz Janame Janame Hoy E Avilas. So you sing it like that. This will be a faster speed. With the Hare Haraya Nama Krishna. And it goes faster in halfway. So Tandera Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanevas Janame Janame Hoy E Avilas. What that mean? I don't have any other desires. Only except one. Please, Janame Janame. Birth after birth, you have to take birth again and again and again and again. Please, let me be in association of devotees. Let me be in association of devotees. Srila Prabhupada made many points in this verse in his long purport, Srila Prabhupada made points. He says, his first point is, his purpose Srila Prabhupada made, devotees association, sadhu sangha is a foundation of bhakti. Is the foundation of bhakti. This is the first point. Now, devotee association, we come in association of devotee, we should become an asset, not a pain. Not a pain, not a disturbance. We should become an asset. When we join, we become an asset. That we actually, you become a touchstone, you know. You become a touchstone, you transform. In class previously I said, metamorphic stone. There's a metamorphic stone, is a Greek word which means a form that's been transformed. Meta is the object, and morphic has been transformed. That's explained. That's the touchstone. That touchstone, when is suppressed with pressure or the heat, and those rock is used as a touchstone to test the gold whether it's genuine or not. The jewelry people, they use that touchstone. That was class last time I said. So the devotee has been transformed into touchstone. And when we come an association of devotees, we should become an asset. We should become more humble, that we Brahmananda Brahmite Kona Bhagavati Jiva Guru Krishna Prasad Bhai Bhakti Latavij. It took many lifetimes to be able eventually to come in association of devotees. And then imagine you 20 years, 40 years, the other day a devotee was saying, oh, here is Prabhu so-and-so, he is 40 years in the ashram, 35 years in the ashram, 50 years in the ashram. I joined in 1981. It doesn't make me a Babaji or scholar or advanced Vaishnava. How much did I absorb? How much did I learn? And I'm practicing. That's what makes me a Vaishnava. No? It's sad. We saw, like Prabhupada, I said earlier, he meant to create brahmanas, intellectuals, not academic, but intellectual. How in intellectual, spiritual, to be able to spread this knowledge, spread this Harinam, spread this Bhakti Yoga everywhere, every nook and corner. Mahaprabhu wanted each and everyone to become Guru. So how you become Guru? Vacho vegam manasa kuroda vegam jivari vegam udhara pasta vegam itan vegaino visahita dhira. And then sarva pidibinta sishyat, something like that. Yeah, last bit of it. And what that means, vacho vegam manasa kuroda. Vacho, the first thing is vacho, your tongue must be controlled. Tongues, words, genitals, all the senses come off there. The first is vacho vegam. If you can't control your tongue, you cannot be a Vaishnava. I mean, control your tongue in it, talking bad things. Prajalpa, kutinati, backbiting. I give you a hug. How you hug a Vaishnava and you take a chura and you poke from the back. Take a knife and you poke from the back. A Vaishnava is not like that. A Vaishnava, when you hug a Vaishnava, you must feel, okay, you hugging a Vaishnava is your biggest blessing, opportunity, that you be so close to a Vaishnava. I have to tell you this pastime, that every year, devotee from Bengal, about 500 plus devotee will walk 500 k's or 600 k's to go to Puri for Jagannath festival. They will walk. It will take them 3 to 4 weeks to get there. Why so much of pain? Why? Devotees sometimes stay near the temple, walking distance, or my drive is just 20 minutes from here. But lacking this opportunity to take association of devotees, they walk every year without fail in the monsoon time, sometimes June, July, and they will stay to rainy season till Chaturmasha. They will stay there. They will spend time with Mahaprabhu. And association of devotees. Take darshan of the Lord, have Jagannath Prasad, and take association of devotees. in a way that they feel very fortunate to be an association of devotees. When they reach there, not that, only that. Sivananda Sain, he actually organized accommodation for the Vaishnava, the prasadam, and not only that, pay the taxes, the toll. India we get toll everywhere you go in the road. Pay that, and then give them security as well to make sure they are safe, they are protected. All of that done for Vaishnava. Why? Because that's how you must value a Vaishnava. That's how much you must value. It's not that Mahaprabhu, he actually embraced each and every devotee who came there. A lot of work, didn't it? But anyway, Mahaprabhu, not only that, Mahaprabhu embraced each and every devotee with tears rolling down his cheek, with tears. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna himself. He will hug and embrace each and every Vaishnava for so much of endeavor to come just to see him and to meet with other Vaishnavas and take association of devotees. Yeah? So it's very important. The association of devotees is a blessing. It's a blessing. Take a step back. Take a step back. First time you came in touch with the good thought I'm talking about right here. First good thought you had when you came in contact with ISKCON. What you wanted? What did you want? Do you want to be a temple president? No. Huh? You want to be a head pujari, temple commander, vice president? Who you want to become? You didn't want to become anything. You want to become head. You just want to be happy. Be among the Vaishnavas, among devotees. I felt like that. Yeah. I didn't like, I stayed part-time devotee 1 year. They used to call it part-time devotee. I didn't like that word part-time devotee at all. Now we changed it to congregation devotees. But before it was part-time devotees. So now he became congregation devotee because part-time devotee is not the right thing to use on Vaishnava. There's no such thing as part-time devotee. You have to be as a devotee or not a devotee. So we call a congregation devotee. So when they used to call me part-time devotee when I go to Sunday programs and other programs in a temple, they used to call me, how long you're part-time devotee? So I never liked that. I say, okay, I made a vow that day that I am not going to be a part-time devotee from next year. So it was February, year before, and then the following year in February, I moved in the temple. It's okay, wait, February, March, April, May, June. No, all right. Yes, February, okay. I joined February, following year, exactly 1 year, and said, no, I don't want to be a part-time devotee. And now when I joined, I stayed in the temple, now I became a part-time devotee. Now I don't stay in a temple. Anyway, so I had to do something about that. So, you come in association of devotees, you didn't think of that. You didn't think of taking position. You think, I want just become happy. So the devotee comes and they go and take association in Bengal. They go to Puri and stay there. And then there's one, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas. He took sannyas, he started traveling in the south. So he actually came and met Gauridas Pandit, who is a very advanced devotee and eternal associate of Sri Krishna Bhagavan. And then Gauridas Pandit, in his Leela was Krishna's pastime, is Subal Sakha. Right? Subal Sakha became Gauridas Pandit in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela. So Gauridas Pandit, Mahaprabhu, when he took sannyas, he's traveling with Nityananda Prabhu, and he goes to the south, and he meets Gauridas Pandit. Gauridas Pandit saw Mahaprabhu, and he had tears, and he fell down and paid obeisance. He has tears, and he couldn't stop crying. He couldn't stop crying. He said he missed the Lord so much, association of the Lord. He missed association of the Lord, that I miss your association so much that I can't bear it anymore. I can't live without association. You have to stay with me. Please don't leave me. Gauridas Pandit and Mahaprabhu, please don't leave me. Stay with me. I can't bear association, separation from you. Mahaprabhu was a devotee. A devotee, a devotee. He was in the mood of a devotee. Radharani. So Mahaprabhu giving guarantee, I will never leave the association. I'm not going to go, I'm going to stay. Gauridas Swami said, no, you just, and time will come, you will leave. You come and go, you come and go. It's like always like that. You don't stay in one place. So, because the Lord is, He has the, entire renunciation, Aswarya Samagrasya Virasya Yathasasya Dhanamba Bhavasya Sanambaga Itangana. So Parasar Muni explained how the Lord has all his 6 opulence in full. So he's also renounced. So, but here it's a different story. The Lord is in the mood of devotee. He's supposed to be not giving up the association of devotees. So he said, Gauridas Pandit told Mahaprabhu, please stay with me. Mahaprabhu said, we're going to stay. That it was time for prasad. Gauridas Pandit took the Lord, and Nityananda Prabhu was with Mahaprabhu, and he went. This is in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, the story at the past time, if you get a time to study. And then his Mahaprabhu sat down for prasad with Nityananda Prabhu, and Mahaprabhu said, they had 2 plates. Mahaprabhu said, please bring 2 more plates. So you see, give 4 plates. Then Gauridas Pandit, so the 2 people, Nityananda Prabhu and Mahaprabhu, why 4 plates? He said, then you know what the famous saying, Prabhu ki lila, Prabhu hi jane, It's only the Lord know his lila. We won't be able to understand. So he brought 4 plates, and he put 2 plates there and another 2 plates for Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, and he had 2 extra plates. So when he was serving the prasad, he would put these 2 plates, and and then Mahaprabhu was not eating. Nityananda Prabhu were not eating. They were not eating. Then Gauridas Pandit said, Mahaprabhu, please, honor, take prasad. He said, no, why don't put in another 2 plates as well? So again, the Lord knows his leela. We don't know. Just he put same prasad in the other 2 plates, and there was no one sitting there. So when he went to bring more prasad, and when he came back, there were 2 Mahaprabhu and 2 Nityananda Prabhu. There were 2 sets. Then he was confused. Which one is original and which one is a duplicate? So he was confused. He was putting prasad. So then he started, he knows on the left was Mahaprabhu in the previous. He was putting, and that prasad was going. He was eating. Then after some time they stopped eating. Those 2 plates, they started eating. Then they switched to this one to that side. They started eating, they stopped eating. They carry on like that. Then when Mahaprabhu done, and all the prasad was eaten, there was nothing on the plate left. And then that replica, another expansion of the Lord, it turned into deities. It transformed into deities, of Gauranta deities. And then Mahaprabhu told Gauridas Pandit, we have to go now. But he said, Mahaprabhu, my Lord, you say you're going to stay. I want to be in association. Please, you say you're going to say, we are staying in our deity form. They're going to stay, we're going to go. Then he said, okay, they can go, you can stay. so they can go, you can stay. But I want a deity, I want you who can take prasad, who can eat. He said, okay. So they turned into deities, and the deities started walking. The Lord wanted to convince that the deities is non-different from the Lord. Never underestimate. I have a Ganesha deities at home. It was given to me by my mother-in-law, but that deities came from generation. Came from the grandparents, and then. So I was lucky, and then the deity was given to me. I wanted the deity of Ganesha, because that deity, I fed milk, and he accepted milk. It's confidential, I'm telling you. Anyway, not confidential anymore. And then I had the deities, and I have the deities on my altar. So it was a thing that, okay, Ganesha, why Krishna not accepting? Yeah? So, there's understanding, don't think that the deed is not accepting. We are not qualified to see that. We are not. The Lord is accepting the prasada. Although the prasadam it seemed that there were, there were 12 kachoris, but when you bring it and transfer, you still got 12 kachoris. The Lord can eat and He can expand, and the item can be there. Because if He feels sorry for you, you have something to eat too. The Lord start eating, there was nothing left for us, isn't it? And we eat Mahaprasad. So come to the point of the deities accepting this. Then we have to go. Mahaprabhu warned Gauridas Pandit, please, whenever time you neglected the deities, you neglected the service of the deity. If somebody show more love than you to us, we're going to walk and go. In the form of the deities. You say, you're saying the deities you want. They say, no, I want somebody who talk and walk and this. I said, fine. These deities, we're going to walk from your temple and we're going to go. The day anyone show more love than you do. If anytime that happened. And Gauridas Pandit was very, very careful. He was the only, although there were other brahmanas, that the person need to be serving the deities. Only one time when he had to go out, he told his disciple, and you know who disciple was? Rida Chaitanya. Rida Chaitanya Prabhu. And then he was a disciple of Gauridas Pandit. I think if I'm not mistaken, Rida Chaitanya Prabhu became the guru of Shamananda Prabhu. So it is like, it's beautiful pastime. If I get time, we can talk about those great personality. So he said, don't ever, so he had to go out. And the reason I'm telling you is like, the association of never take it for granted. So our love for the Lord and His devotee must not reduce. We have to get increase more and more and more and more. We have to be greedy for association, and of devotees, and to be in a place where these devotees are glorifying the Lord and be among the Vaishnava. Doesn't matter if somebody can't sing, you can't stand it. You have to go out and the drum is going all the sides, but it doesn't matter. It's okay. Prabhupada always appreciated the devotee. Doesn't matter. We're a good singer or not a good singer. It's glorifying the Lord, and then do. So it's okay. Association of devotees. Devotees, there are different type of devotees. Okay, and I'll tell you. I don't know what's the time now. 8:30. 20 to 9. 20 to 9. Okay. So okay, give me 2 more minutes if you don't mind. Okay, you said Gauridas Pandit. Then Rida Chaitanya, Gauridas Pandit, then the deity. There was a Gaur Purnima festival organized. It was the Gaur Purnima festival when this Rida Chaitanya, he organized it was a mammoth, it was a big Gaur Purnima festival. When his guru was not there, he organized, was a Gaur Purnima. He organized to please his guru. He said, I will surprise my spiritual master. I will organize his Gaur Purnima because the Lord is so dear to him. I will make it really mammoth, big festival. So he was flags, all beautiful, the rangoli everywhere. It was beautifully done. And there was a lot of devotees dancing and chanting. Then Gauridas Pandit arrived there, and the Rida Chaitanya Prabhu, and he saw the festival. He couldn't even recognize the place. It was so beautifully done. Then he came and said, what's going on here? He said, no, we want to celebrate this in a big way. I wanted to please you and make it really, really big. So Gauridas Pandit said, so you don't ask permission from your guru anymore, that you became so advanced. Yeah. So for a disciple who never like to offend, to hurt a Vaishnava. This is, Prabhupada also mentioned here that about the 10 offenses. The first offense is to blaspheme a devotee. So blaspheming a devotee of the Lord who dedicated his life to propagating the holy name of the Lord, or the glories of the Lord, is the hati mata offense, elephant offense that is been. And glorify, because why is the chanting of the holy name, it became a blaspheming a devotee? That means it is an offense to the holy name. You're offending the devotee, you're offending the holy name. So be very, very careful. So actually, Rida Chaitanya Prabhu, he had tears, he cried. He cried and he left and he was gone on bank of the river and he was crying. And he was crying and crying. There was a sailor. A sailor was a merchant. He was traveling on his boat, and then he had a desire to use his part of his income, his earning for Lord Krishna in his service. And then he was looking for the right person to give that gold coin. Then he saw Rida Chaitanya Prabhu on the bank of the Ganges. He gave the coin to him. He said, please use this in Krishna's service. So he brought the coin running around and he gave to Gauridas Pandit. He said, usually a disciple should go and beg for his spiritual master. That's why we are all beggars. We go door to door, house to house, to please our spiritual master, who is a pure devotee of the Lord. He's a devotee. That's how you please a Vaishnava. Each and every one Mahaprabhu become a guru. It's like, don't misunderstand. You know that the story of the, how you call that, the swan and the ugly duckling. You know the story? You did the book? Don't underestimate to think of somebody as an ugly duckling. Then the time will come, you see the wings, you see a swan was there in the guise of an ugly duckling. So we can't judge, because spiritual advancement is internal, not external. We can't fool everybody, but internally how advanced we are. So Gauridas Pandit told Rida Chaitanya, he didn't give me the coin, he gave you. You use it. So he thought he committed another offense now. And they said, no. Gauridas Pandit hugged him and told him, you use in the service of Mahaprabhu. But he had so kirtan was going on, and prasad was everywhere given to, and it was a big crowd. And then when Gauridas Pandit heard from the Brahmana who was doing offering of the Gautama deity that the deity were not on the altar. The Brahmana came and told Gauridas Pandit that Prabhuji, Gaurita is gone. What do you mean gone? He says, it's gone, they are not on the altar. Gauridas Pandit didn't even go on the altar to check. He remembered what Mahaprabhu told. That anyone who show love more than you to me, I will walk away. So, who showed more love to him? You can figure it out. Who? Rida Chaitanya Prabhu. And the deity was dancing with him there in the Harinam. Then the Lord, Gauridas Pandit chased the deities, because he is Subal Saka. He can have this pastime with the Lord. He's like a boy. He do something like to climb on his shoulder, steal his lunch in Krishna's pastime. Subal Saka was chasing, Gauridas Pandit chasing the Lord back on the altar. The deity, he refused to go on the altar. And then instead they merged in the body of, entered the heart of Rida Chaitanya. And that's how they merge and disappear. That's why his name was given, Rida Chaitanya, the one who has Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his Rida, in his heart. So, association of devotees, be very, very careful. It's nothing external, but it's internal. Never offend a devotee, and never underestimate a devotee. Never underestimate a bhakta who is non-initiated. Never do that. Garland is given to the sannyasi, garland is given to probably senior devotee, but never neglect a Vaishnava who is humble. Don't misunderstand a humble devotee to be a stupid person. That's like Jada Bharat was underestimated to be a stupid person, but he was so advanced that he made a king to become his disciple, King Rahugan. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki, thank you very much.